Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Holy Plot. This is Liam, Jacob, and James, and another year has come and passed. You made it. If you're watching this video, that means you made it. Give yourself a pat on the back. 2023, pretty good year for media. We're going to have lots to say about it in upcoming videos, so make sure you subscribe. But next year, there is a lot of really fire stuff coming out. Boys, what's your number one most anticipated movie of 2024?
I think all of us have the exact same one, and if we don't, it's absurd. And you're absurd, subscriber, for not thinking this too.
Sonic 3.
No. Dune.
Garfield.
Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Undeniably, it is Dune. This movie should have been in 2023, but
We were robbed.
I understand why they delayed it. I know it might be controversial because the world likes to hate on WB these days. I understand why they delayed it because it's a big movie. They weren't able to do the marketing push that it deserves. But I am very excited for it. The most recent trailer looked absurd. If you've read the book, you're probably more excited for it than I am. The first movie I absolutely love. I would give it 10. I will say it is the Lord of the Rings of our generation. And I think Dune Part 2 is going to be much, much better. Even with that said, I'm very excited for this movie. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people, and I hope people go see it because it's gonna rock.
I think
People are going to go see it.
I think what I'm hoping for Dune Part 2, and it is why I'm the most excited because the trailer makes me think it's going to be this, is I'm looking for it to have that jump of like Terminator to Terminator 2, where it does everything like bigger, better, with more intensity. And that's even what Denis Villeneuve is kind of saying we're going to get. He's like, the first movie to him was just setting the board, and this is where he gets to play. And I'm very excited to see what he does with that.
And you can really see it in that first movie that it is a, for better or worse, a true Part 1 movie.
It is. It is a Part 1 movie, man. It's a good one, though.
It is good.
It's I love that movie, but we have been in the trenches waiting to see where this goes, waiting to see if it's even going to be made for a little bit there. And now that we are just pretty much 2 months out at this point, because it comes out like March 1st. Yeah, I would agree that it's my most anticipated movie of the year. But for the sake of originality, I'm going to say that a very close second is my boy Robert Eggers, director of The Vavitch and The Lighthouse and The Northman. Very good director, one of the most unique directors working in Hollywood today. He is doing a Dracula movie, dude.
That's gonna be
Nosferatu by Robert Eggers, starring, I want to say,
Nicholas Hoult.
What's his name?
Skarsgård.
Yeah, is it Bill Skarsgård? Or that's a different guy?
Pennywise.
It's Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise.
Okay, yeah. I know there are a lot of Skarsgårds in Hollywood. He is playing Nosferatu. Lily Rose Depp is going to be the Mina-type character. I'm not sure what she's called in Nosferatu, but it's like the same character. Nicholas Holt's in it. Willem Dafoe is in it.
I think Nicholas Hoult is playing Renfield again, which is really funny.
No, I think
that's hilarious.
He's the John Harker character. So the way Nosferatu works, they kind of like flip the names around because they didn't have the rights to it. But he's John Harker in effect.
I'll be honest, I am more excited by that picture of Willem Dafoe like laughing with the rats and the flames because I'm like, this is gonna be some weird shit.
I think Robert
Eggers is gonna be so awesome.
Like I love Witch, one of my favorite movies, though not a fun one, and he is really good at just doing. He's gonna do good with
that.
But what he does is he pulls so much from like folklore and history to make it like an accurate portrayal of what these legends would be to these people. That's why The Witch is so good, is because his attention to detail is so meticulous in how the witch is portrayed, and even how like the mundane stuff in the world is portrayed, and him taking a crack at legitimate like Strigoi legends in Romania, adapting Nosferatu for the modern age. I could not be more excited for it. So that's my pick. James, what do you think?
So, for my movie, there's a slight bit of concern because it's a director change from who handled it before, who I love, which is Matt Reeves. But I am very excited for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That is one of the movies that I'm going to give a shout out to. Wes Ball, this is this is a gamble for him. This is the biggest thing that he's done.
He did Maze Runner.
I liked the first Maze Runner. I didn't see the sequels.
Okay, Scorch Trials is legitimately awful.
That's a shame.
And no one saw Death Cure.
But I did like Maze Runner. He's being trusted with Zelda, and we all are wondering if that has to do with the response to early footage behind the closed doors to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I hope so, because damn.
Trailer looks good. I'm pretty pumped for it. So that's my movie that I'm going to throw out.
I think this movie's going to either be a solid 8 out of 10. It's not going to be as good as Dawn. Don't expect that.
No, Dawn is...
Dawn is like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, it's either going to be a solid 8 out of 10, it's going to be a train wreck. It is going to be... I'm very cautiously optimistic about this movie. I am excited for it. I love these movies. I think they're deceptively incredibly good. I think people like...
Underrated.
Yeah, people disregard them, but the recent trilogy was insane, and I'm excited that they're stepping back into it.
And one last movie that I will give like full time to. There's some lightning round ones I'll mention. Is crossing into animation at the very end of the year, if it doesn't get delayed, is Lord of the Rings. I believe it is
War of the Rohirrim.
War of the Rohirrim, and it's animated movie in theaters is always awesome. It's the very little that I know about what that movie is talking about, like what it leads into, is really cool. It's a little dicey now because we've seen these franchises get bloated with releases in theaters, but I am very hopeful. It's not the same.
It's not the same thing as Star Wars or Star Trek. Like, taking a pre-existing piece of lore and making an animated movie about it is way cooler than dredging up Frankenstein characters. This is what, if you're going to bring the IP back, which it is going to happen. I watched Lord of the Rings yesterday. It's going to happen. Like, it is too good. I want them to do this kind of thing. I think it is going to be very cool.
Absolutely.
The fact they're going the animated route about it is insane. That is the most exciting factor for me.
In my opinion, what this is more than anything else is them...
Testing.
Yeah, they're testing the waters. They're throwing something out before they sink millions and millions of dollars into a giant live-action full adaptation of stuff from the Silmarillion or whatever to see if there's audience interest. Which, it's a double-edged sword, because I'm an audience, and I'm interested. But if Lord of the Rings goes the way of the Star Wars, I might have to be hospitalized.
Yeah, I don't think anything will take away from the original movie, so I don't think we need to be concerned about that. But I am excited for it, but I feel very similar to Planet of the Apes, where I'm cautious. I just like, you're on sacred ground, buddy. It better be good.
And then some ones and if you want to say more to any of these, that's fine. But some ones I want to give just like some lightning round shout outs to is Furiosa. It's going to be really cool.
For sure. Garfield?
Of course. We'll get there. Hopefully it's good. Joker 2. You know.
It'll be funny, if nothing else.
Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson and Bong Joon-ho from Parasite. Definitely got to mention that. Inside Out 2.
I'm excited for that. I'm sorry. The first movie's a banger.
We do not care.
Polyplot fans, I'm looking out for you.
Disney's got to earn me being excited about their movies.
And then we do have a couple shitpost movies on a varying scale. Now, yes, the Garfield movie.
The next category of things to be excited for in 2024 is the stinkers. The absolute stinkers. Garfield's not going to be a stinker.
No.
The true stinker
of
the year.
It's going to be funny, though.
Undeniable stinker of the year. There's no movie to talk about other than this. Is Madam Web. Oh my god. If you're watching the trailer and you're not getting excited to go see that with some buddies and laugh at it, I'm sorry.
Brush yourself off, man, because you are dead.
That is our hopeful contender for Aquaman of the
That
year.
movie is gonna rock. I'm so excited. I'm genuinely excited for that movie. That is gonna be so much fun because it's.
I like how the bad guy I'm sure he's like some stupid comic shit that people are into.
It's actually a pretty cool, solid character.
No, he's not. It's Ezekiel.
He looks so dumb. He just looks like
he's like a frog.
It's just evil Spider-Man. It looks like Spider-Man Lotus wanted on the set, and he's gonna like take these guys down. I don't know why they are obsessed with trying to make these Spider-Man less Spider-Man movies work. They're doing Craven.
I will be in the seats. I will be in the seats.
I was here and I said this just in case it comes true. The lore that they're about to get into with like spider totems and crap is some of the dumbest stuff they've ever done with Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man Predestination.
It's like Spider-Man Chosen One. There's a Chosen One Spider-Man in like each dimension where the spider chooses you. And if they're about to get into that weird stuff that they did, that's going to be...
So stupid, man. So stupid.
Let's pivot to games.
Where's our Green Goblin movie?
Let's pivot to games. Let's pivot to games. There's not many of them.
I'm pissed the hell off because they're making a movie about Kraven the Hunter. I haven't seen Green Goblin in anything new since No Way Home, and even then, that's the same guy from like 2001.
Yeah.
Where's my Green Goblin movie? You sick sons of bitches.
All right, let's talk about games. So, I have one game I'm excited for the entire year. I think 2023 is like the best year for gaming. It's not going to be as good. Don't go into the year expecting that.
Year of the gamer.
I am incredibly excited for Hades 2. If you played the first game, you're a knower. If you haven't, Hades is a masterpiece. It is one of the best games I've ever played. I am not even a fan of that genre typically, and I absolutely adore it. Please go play it if you haven't. And Hades 2, from an outside look, Supergiant has never made a sequel to a game ever. It looks like what Silksong is trying to be. And I'm not trying to disparage Silksong, but it's like, it's taking this initial promising formula, it's going to build upon it, but it's not going to get delayed for 17 years.
Them's his fighting words, but he's not.
Silksong is going to be fantastic. My entire point is it looks...
He's not that wrong. He really isn't.
It looks like it is going to be a natural evolution of a very, very promising, well-loved game, and I'm incredibly excited for it.
I'm most excited for Stalker 2. If you guys... this is a true knower type pick. If you guys know anything about, like, the survival genre of games, you've heard of Stalker. If you haven't, I don't even know where to begin. It is a mix between, like, action, survival, horror...
Yeah,
whole thing takes place.
It's like Metro, but better.
It is better. It is better Metro, and you're going to be able to play with your buddies, and it's going to be cross-platform. I think, at least between Xbox and PC, unless that's misinformation, in which case, my bad.
My read on it is that it's not even coming out on PS5. I don't believe so. It's an Xbox title, and they are typically cross-platform between the Xbox Game Store and their garbage consoles.
Xbox needs a W. This is the first time Stalker will be on console, and I'm finally going to be able to play Stalker with my buddies on a next-gen experience. So, easily my most anticipated game of 2024. James, do you have anything?
There are two games that I am excited for, one of which I kind of am curious if it's actually going to come out in 2024, which that game is Avowed. And the reason why I'm excited for Avowed is because... it's Obsidian. Y'all are sleeping on the people who made Fallout New Vegas.
I'm sleeping on the people that made Outer Worlds, which was It was okay.
It's a shame that it just came out that Obsidian wanted to make more like Elder... Like they wanted to make like
They wanted to make an Elder Scrolls
and
title.
Fallout stuff, and they got turned down. Personally, Outer Worlds is not my cup of tea, but just...
I didn't love it.
It's aight.
But how good New Vegas was makes me hopeful to see what Obsidian would do with basically an Elder Scrolls competitor, since Bethesda has fallen apart, sadly. So I am hopeful for that.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I was a Bethesda shill for like a decade. So
up until like a couple months ago.
Up until the release of Starfield. The other game with some, once again, who knows, I will say is also Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out in March.
That's going to be cool. That's going to come out. That's not
and clearly the thing that I'm looking for is another big fantasy game with a big, like, full open world. And
by the way, chat, this guy has not played Baldur's Gate 3.
This guy's not played Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate, which are two of the best games ever made in the fantasy genre.
Now, I think what we're starting to see is that the fantasy genre with Baldur's Gate and with Elden Ring is starting to kind of evolve around and grow in spite of Elder Scrolls. Nobody is leaving the space vacant for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out.
And I think there's also worth mentioning that Elden Ring is going to have a great DLC this year. The Elden Ring expansion is going to be the size of a game. And
Is that this year, by the way?
yes, it's going to be the size, allegedly, it is going to be the size of a game and is inspired by Bloodborne. I'm going to lose my mind. Bloodborne and Elden Ring.
I do gotta play Baldur's Gate 3, by the way.
We will wait and see.
It's so good. Please stick around for our Thinker's Choice Awards videos.
And I know there is someone out there that's going to mention it. We are not big Final Fantasy fans. I don't think any of us have really touched it. We probably should at some point. Final Fantasy VII, I know, is a very, very good game. All right, TV.
But, no,
TV.
it's not
Let's
for
talk
us.
TV. I am excited for is the Fallout show. I do think, like everything that Bethesda is churning out recently, it can be a massive train wreck. But I am excited for it. I think it has a lot of potential. Jonathan Nolan being attached is cool. Amazon puts a big budget behind anything they make, good or bad. But I'm a little cautious about Todd Howard's egotistical overreach, where he is going to assert his Fallout 4 vision into a much wider franchise that has had basically 4 developers involved, with Interplay, Obsidian, the 76 team, and BGS. It feels like Todd Howard is set on propagating his vision of the franchise. I think that should have a place in there because Fallout 4 is probably the identity of the IP, but it is not the entire franchise. And I think my excitement comes from the possibility of this show exploring all of Fallout and all of what it has to do all at the same time.
I think with the Fallout show, I think the reason why I just can't say that I'm excited for it is because...
Damn.
I know.
You had 30 seconds of Holy Plot Bethesda optimism.
I know. I would love for it to be good.
Still us, don't worry.
But I think my issue here is that I've been through this song and dance before. Todd Howard is saying it's canon, and I have my...
He is?
He is saying it's canon. Yeah. And...
Oh, no.
You know, I have a friend who's like a dictionary with Fallout lore, and he's already told me some basics on how this is stepping all over the West Coast Fallout lore. And I think when people online and fan bases, they freak out about accuracy, I think that's kind of getting a bad rap. But I think the issue that's starting to show itself is people see a lack of accuracy as a red flag for kind of a lack of understanding and maybe even respect for these franchises.
I think that's pretty fair.
They get lifted
At
up.
Halo.
Like, the reason why you and Liam are cautiously looking at me when I'm talking about how excited I am for the show is because the Halo show was a blatant disrespect of the lore, and it was fucking dog shit.
The Walter Goggins like Western Ghoul stuff will hopefully show some of the
Honestly,
Three New Vegas tone. I hope that would get me excited.
I don't want to say don't hold your breath.
The ghouls in Fallout have been the most watered down part of the entire franchise. They went from like scary like body horror creatures to like cowboys.
Oh yeah, he looks like Mr. Krabs without a shell.
Yeah, he looks like
Like,
so don't hold your breath. All right, Liam, what do you think about TV in 2024?
Penguin.
And what about it?
What about it? It's Mary's Batman, baby. Listen, I've been starving for more content in this universe since I've watched the. You want to know how messed up it is, dude? I've watched the Joker deleted scene like 8. I probably have it memorized by now. I've seen the Batman 2022 a stupid amount of times. It's like my favorite thing that's come out superhero wise. Oh wow, since Daredevil probably. This is what it is. This has been my theory since day one. The Batman universe is just a really long and creative way to tell a long Halloween type story about Gotham going from mob crazy to killer croc crazy. And I think what Penguin is going to be is we are going to be able to see that build and build and build. Like Penguin is going to be the death throes of the mob type crime element. And seeing a character like Colin Farrell's Penguin, who is easily one of the most entertaining parts of that movie,
For sure.
take the reins. I'm excited. If they glup shit, dude, if they glup shit a little bit, and we have like a Professor Pig cameo in it, I'm gonna freak out. This is glup shitting type content that is made for me specifically, and I'm gonna lap it up like a good little stooge. Easily my most anticipated TV thing.
Okay, before you mention your show, I'm gonna lightning round 2 other DC shows because we're on it. They're the same guy, but he's my favorite. Superman Lois season 4 is gonna be goated. It's gonna be the best season yet, in my opinion. And My Adventures Superman is going to come back in 2024, more likely than that. And I think both of those shows are going to give us a very nice transition into Superman Legacy in 2025. Do we have any other TV we're excited for the rest of the year?
I got one thing that I'll mention is the back half of Invincible Season 2. I am pretty dang excited for that because
They have gassed up Episode 8.
that Omni-Man episode was really good. And the other thing I will mention is the Avatar Netflix show.
Yes.
Had a fantastic trailer.
Yeah, I have been a skeptic of this thing since day one. James and I have been long-term Avatar knowers. We were not part of the Netflix train. We were part of the Nickelodeon Nicktoons marathon train.
Yeah.
It is already exciting that Avatar has gone from the sleeper hit that I had to convince people and beg them to watch to a mainstream show that millions tuned into on Netflix. The potential of Avatar becoming Netflix's flagship title after Stranger Things is something I never thought would happen, and I can't help be excited about that. I do think that I can see the passion behind it. It does not seem like some dead weight, soulless adaptation. But Netflix have two sides. They have Cowboy Bebop and they have One Piece. There's no in between. So we will see. I'm nervous, just like every other thing we've talked about. We're excited. The brain cannot distinguish between excitement and nervousness. This is a real thing. So we will see.
Unless it's Penguin, in which case you have full confidence.
I'm nervous about that too. But I do think on the positive side that 2024 has a lot to be excited about. I don't think it will be as good as 2023. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a downer. Not for me, but for movies. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the movies in particular. They seem to be the strongest of the 3 branches that we talked about.
Definitely. I think this is going to be a big movie year, but there are already rumblings on the street. I think this is kind of a little bit of a loading year because 2025 is absolutely insane.
Do we got anything else?
I'm excited to watch more Holy Plot, and I hope you are too. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Please come back to see what we thought about stuff that came out this year. Goodbye. See ya. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, guys. Bow. Bye, guys. Are you gonna cut it? Let me out of my